This is Plastic Adventures.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Plastic Bits Sharing Time. I am Steve with the Plastic Adventures toy community, and that is Doug on the other side of the camera there. And wouldn't you know it, real life has given us enough of a break that we're actually back and incredibly backlogged with cool stuff to share. So um, for the two or three of you out there who actually enjoy this particular segment of our programming, you're in for a real treat as we show you cool stuff that we have that you don't.
Or maybe you do.
Or maybe you do. Yeah, tell us if you do. So, yeah, this is a high density episode today because we've been gone for some time. Um, I think that you've cherry picked yours, but I think I can get through a bunch of mine pretty quickly. So, do you want to share first, or do you want me to go?
Go for it. You share first.
Great. I'll start with something that probably excites our viewers the least because I have so many of these. Hey, look, it's
Oh,
another Hulk Hogan.
another
Only
Hulk Hogan.
it is, but look, his shirt and hat is different, and his face sculpt is different. So that's how they bilk you at Mattel for another 22.99.
I don't have him smiling out of the right side of his face. I need to get that figure.
Yeah, WrestleMania 8 Hulk Hogan. Yes, I'm a total mark. Yes, I have many like this one, but not quite the same. So this was a can't pass it by.
They know their
Also,
audience.
they had them out at Target like 5 days before the street date, so they wouldn't
Hmm.
let me buy it for like 3 days when I came in, and they kept promising to pull it.
I hate
And
when they do that. Take it off the shelf. If you're not going to let us buy it, take it off the shelf.
yeah, and the kid's like, I can't sell that right now. And then he just takes it and walks away from the self-check register and left me standing there.
From the self-check register.
Yeah, so like, I guess I'll not have this now. Okay. Okay. That one's gone. I'm gonna hit you with a couple more rapid fire ones.
Do it.
Um, okay, so we remember this, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is CoverGirl's head.
Which is still a
The
decent mold. I like it.
It is, yes, and I did a little adjustment. I like amazing what just painting some eyebrows in will do, but I did a head swap on mine.
Oh, wow.
What do you think about that one?
It's the red-haired version, like the
Well,
real
I
redhead.
mean, CoverGirl, the figure is a redhead. So, what this is it's actually a Marvel Legends Black Widow head that I swapped out.
Ah.
She doesn't look like as much of a witchy ice queen. So, uh, there you go. A
See, I
simple
I
little.
really wish that that figure had come with the alternate long blonde hair version of her because I that's the two versions that I I really like, right? The figure release and the cartoon version.
Well, I know that she appeared as a redhead in the cartoon. There was an episode where she was Duke's other red-haired girlfriend.
Right, but the
Uh,
first time that she showed up, she was blonde.
maybe first appearance, yeah, blonde, and they should have just stuck with that in the cartoons.
Yeah.
It was very confusing. So, boom, got those out of the way. Also, probably some of the least exciting, but happy to find these local find at a antique store.
Oh, those are the
Yeah,
returns, right?
yeah, Batman Returns.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, yeah, great shape by Kenner.
Exciting.
Um,
It's
I
got
had really
the good old Silverhawks action.
That's exactly what that is, and it functions the same way with the arms. You can
Yep.
bend his arm forward. So, okay, rapid fire. These are nothing new. Everybody's got them, but
They're pretty cool.
yeah, I think it was like $6 for the two of them. So I was happy to
Right
have
on.
it. I had been wanting to get a Kenner Batman Returns Batman with the classic black and yellow logo.
Mhm.
They only made a couple of them, and they're
Hmm.
kind of pricey. So I bought both of those. Let's see something cool that you got, dude.
Yeah, okay, so we'll start off with some of the stuff behind me. So if you can see this,
Oh, dude, I didn't even see that behind you.
yeah,
Seriously?
yeah,
It's not stickers this
it's
time.
not stickers. It's an actual
Yeah,
full-blown shockwave.
yeah.
I know. Yeah, I feel like I've been waiting years for this to finally get
Yeah.
here, right?
Yeah, like you're a Phil Collins song right now.
He's
Great, dude.
beautiful.
That is
He's
awesome.
such a great figure too, by the way. I love it. I love the so I have an original on my shelf and I have this one in the box and I put them side by side and aside from a couple of little like minor details, it's almost exactly like the other one. So the
Yeah,
original.
so that knockoff one that you've got there, I haven't opened mine. Does he have the metal toes still, or?
He does. He's exactly
Oh,
like the original. Exactly.
great.
He even
Okay.
makes the stupid annoying sounds. So
Oh, the mechanism works.
oh yeah,
It
and it lights up purple and everything.
Oh, dude. Okay. So how is it that a company's making knockoffs of these things and they're like what, $60 or something
Well, which is really
shipped
funny
to America? Like,
because honestly, when you think about it, Shockwave was already a knockoff when Transformers got it.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
So it just went back to its roots, right? So I don't know if you can see these. I got a couple more Autobots. I got Blue Streak.
Oh man, I've been on the fence about that one.
He's really good. He's really, really good. I got Mirage.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a great
I
one.
have that one. Yeah.
But one I got in the mail. This is the one I'm not too happy about. So he in the box. It's Jazz. It's Jazz. Yeah, I got Jazz. Wah, wah. He doesn't transform into the car very well. So one of the parts, he has like a silver chest piece that can rotate like on a swivel and kind of go down 90 degrees.
Uh-huh.
It's like they molded it like a hair too big.
Oh.
So
So
he
you
has
you
door
you
pegs that are supposed to like clasp into his waist when he's a car. They don't reach. There's nothing you can do to make those pegs reach those holes.
bummer.
Yeah.
Because the pictures that they show, it's like jazz in the package. So
Yeah.
this could be the one that they've reissued so far that was kind of a dud. But
Yeah. But
the rest of
I was
them,
talking to the seller, the Chinese seller, right? Because that's the only people who are selling these days. I was able to get a hold of him through eBay and was telling him, hey, just to let you know, I've ordered some stuff from you. You're really good. I like your stuff, but to let you know, this one piece on here, it was molded wrong and he won't transform. So I don't know if all the rest of yours are like that. Just giving you a heads up. I'm not complaining. I don't want a refund. I don't want a new one. Just to let you know that, hey, maybe to help you out with your sales, you might want to look at that piece again and see if there's something wrong there. So,
yeah, or at least take a picture of the other ones, and if they're kind of like mistransformed or something in the package, then he needs to be truthful with it.
yeah.
Now, on the positive side, you got great packaging and all the
Oh,
good
yeah.
stuff. And if you had a Jazz, you could swap out, or might
That's
even be
exactly what I was
possible
thinking. Like maybe
to trim
picking
it
up
with
another
an
jazz somewhere.
yeah, trim him up with an X-Acto knife and maybe get it to fit because it's just a knockoff. But yes, I'm sorry. I feel your pain. That blue streak is so freaking cool. For some
Oh,
reason,
yeah.
gray blue streak is like
It's a
that's
great one. I mean,
yeah.
it's almost perfect. Like I think maybe you know how the legs have the windows on them from the back? Like
Uh-huh.
those are a little too tight and I'm afraid to move them because I don't want the plastic to snap. But other than that, he's like it's a perfect reproduction.
Yeah, I've got a few of these things. Thundercracker and Skywarp
Mm,
they're working on. So it's like I can't really show it too much. They would sit behind my Starscream that's on the shelf back here, but
right.
there's just something about getting those other seekers and having them with those that it's like kind of a borderline need, but I haven't forced myself to cough the money up for it yet.
We'll see how much of a need it is later in the year.
Yeah, give me like 32 more minutes and I'll be on there buying two of them. Yeah, yep.
But I've got a couple of other of the there were the what is it called? The anniversary reissues of some of them. So I picked up Grapple, I picked up Prowl. I was thinking of picking up Wheeljack because he's one that I've always loved. Don't have any of them. Like that's the one figure from the G1s that I'm like I absolutely love him. Don't have him at all.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
eventually get him.
Yeah, I
Um,
got one I found in an antique store like years and years ago. He's not in the best shape in the world, but it's really kind of neat having that toy because that first wave, what did that last like a year and a half or
yeah.
something? And it just seems like by the time Transformers really became this steamrolling juggernaut, we were already into the Wave 2 cars. And
Yep.
like that Blue Streak, it, there's something about it that makes it, he's almost obscure because he was never used that much in the cartoons.
Hmm.
And I don't recall seeing him on the shelves, but Prowl, it's cool having one of those too, but man, I'm jealous of your Blue Streak. Now maybe I need
Well,
to get one. I
he's
don't know.
not too bad. So, and I've had good luck. I have not had any problems with getting something I wasn't supposed to get in the mail. So, China's been good for me. Good.
Yeah, no
I
no
love you, China.
stickers yet.
Okay, I got some other stuff, but back to you. Do you want to share some stuff?
Oh, sure. Yeah, really, really quickly, we'll run through a couple. We'll go from like relatively mundane that's not terribly special, but I wanted to show these off.
Ah, Zelda figures.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. These
So
are
that's
out there.
that's from the Breath of the Wild, right?
It is, and
Yeah.
this version actually comes with the Master Sword and the Hyrulean Shield. The one that they released previously came with like some obscure iron sword, so
Oh,
they're $10 a piece. I had to course correct, and then I bought the Zelda. Uh,
nice.
these are really, really good, like meat and potato type figures. They're not NECA, they're not McFarlane. They're
Right.
half the price and probably the best versions that have come out so far to represent Legend of Zelda. So I was happy to get those.
Right
Uh,
on.
you and me both get this.
Oh, Casey Jones. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's so
Uh,
rad.
found on the shelf at Targets. So I got one. I picked one up for you. For me, this is pretty much the last one of the retros that I wanted to get. I had not seen where this figure was announced at all. It was a total random
Just showed
surprise
up.
going into the Bellingham Target up there. And they just had the one, and I was like, screw Doug, this is mine. Uh, but then weeks later, I'm in
As
my
you should.
hometown. I mean, you do the same. Actually, you've been incredibly good, incredibly kind with some of the things you found for me. But I saw one in there, and I'm like, oh man, Doug's got to have one of them. So we both get one of those.
Nice.
Um,
Woo. Yeah, so there's two more that I would look for me to complete the set. I don't have Rock. No, which one? I don't have Bebop.
Bebop,
I don't
right?
have Bebop. I passed on him because he looked different.
The paint apps are a little different on these figures. Yeah,
But now I'm like, okay, well, now I need him, and now that I need him, I can't find him. And then a foot soldier. I'm like, I
foot
gotta have the
soldier,
foot
right?
soldier. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, all the rest of them I got up there. So two more.
Yeah.
I'll be done with those.
Yep. Should be able to find these on shelves here at
Mm.
your Walmart also. Okay, so this is a little weird, but I am actually kind of digging the Turtle He-Man crossover with this figure. I do like that he's got like that cloak and the sword tucks into the back, and he's got a few pieces of armor that you can
Hmm.
strap onto him. And when you peel it all off, you actually get there is just a regular, like,
He-Man.
very cool He-Man with that original He-Man face sculpt on there. But I was gonna pre-order these, but for some reason online they were all like 25, $28. This is like a $14 figure.
Yeah,
So
I saw a couple of them in our Walmart for 12 bucks. I haven't pulled the trigger on any of the turtle ones. Only because it's like I have to make a sacrifice. I can't get everything I see. So
yeah, and
that's
that's
one
the
of them.
only one that I bought. And I only bought it because I just thought he looked kind of cool with the like tunic and all that
Mm.
stuff. It was just kind of a neat version of He-Man and an impulse buy, but I'm not regretful of that.
What's the
Um,
what's the other He-Man that has the armor that I really really like? It's what is it? Is the snake uh
well, there's Snake Armor He-Man,
snake
which
armor He-Man where he's got that like claw or something, right?
yeah, it's a big silver like shoulder pad, and he's got like the silver on the boots. I only ever saw one of those. I have it in package. That was the only one that I ever. I know
Yeah,
that
that
more
that
of
was the
them.
only one I told myself that like I would really pick up from the extended because I'm not going after the whole Snake Man line. I don't have enough wall space anymore to do that. So, but if I ever saw him, he would be one I'd pick up.
Yeah, I picked him up, and I picked up the 2000X He-Man too because I just
Ooh,
liked their redo on it.
nice.
And where they're at on my very small toy room wall is right behind where the door closes. So
Smash.
I can see them now, but if I have the door closed, you never see them.
Yeah.
Well, you got another one, or do you want me to burn
Oh,
through a couple
I've got a
more?
couple more to go, but yeah, if you want to keep going.
Okay. This one came in from Amazon.
Oh,
Uh,
look at that blue.
Happy to have them.
He's got gloves. I did not know that. Is that the itty bitty ditty bag?
It is the itty bitty ditty bag that's
Oh
in
my
there.
gosh. No,
Yes.
I did not know he came with that.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not very itty bitty. It's proportional to the figure. It would have been kind of funny if they included a very tiny one as a
Well, it is
gag.
to us.
Yeah, yeah. He also comes with, the weights that Big Boa came with, and
Mhm.
the little mini Sergeant Slaughter figure that's on card in there, and it's really cute because it's a Slaughter's Marauders Sergeant Slaughter on card,
I
not
like
just a
it.
regular one.
I like it.
Yeah. This is the Super 7 Ultimates budget line,
Oh,
Conan.
nice.
Yeah,
And they even got the face almost right.
it's getting there.
It
Again, this
looks
one,
like him.
yeah, my eyebrows were a little bit light, so I did paint them in. He cannot get into like the full pose that this figure is supposed to be mimicking,
Right.
with the windswept hair.
Yeah.
And I have picked up an alternative head that I'm working on. I'll show you when I'm done, but this is
Ah.
yes, it'll
Okay.
look, I'm going to swap them out, but,
I love
neat
that
figure.
sword.
It's really big. It's like a third too big. Like it literally is.
But it's
Um,
the Atlantean sword, which is cool. I mean,
it is. Oh, 100%. It's very, very cool. I'll tell you what, I got one within arm's reach that I'm going to show you here real
right on.
quick. Here's the other one from Super 7,
Oh, that looks very MOTU.
Masters of the Universe. The Atlantean sword is pure silver in this one.
Hmm.
And obviously he's supposed to sit on your shelf next to your He-Man figures. But
Actually, he looks more like the Remco than the He-Man.
yeah, yeah, I suppose you're more correct on that. So it almost looks though
Ah,
like if
very
they
big.
would have included this sword with this Conan, it would have still been in scale
Hmm.
because the Atlantean sword itself was not a very long sword. It's really wide.
Okay.
Um, it was big and heavy, but I mean, dude, that's a 5.5 inch figure. Are you seeing this? Like
That's crazy.
this sword
I
is
actually like
this.
both of them.
Yeah. Hey, these are $30 and they're going to be on the shelves at Target. Um, it's a scaled down deal, and later in our news segment, there's a bit to talk about with the line, but
Ooh,
he doesn't come as packed out, but essentially this is the same Conan figure that came out from Super 7 years ago for half the price with only one accessory.
hmm. Well, he looks to me he looks great.
Yeah, hey, world's better. They've done something with the paint apps or something that helped the figure out because I've suspected it was a licensing agreement,
Right.
a likeness thing for Arnold that kept us from getting a really good Super 7 Ultimates because we got a great James Earl Jones and then the other Hinch people, but
Right.
not Arnold for some reason. Maybe he just wants too much money. I don't know.
Could be. Maybe he wants to make the old money that he used to make.
Okay, you want me to move off to the stuff that I'm super jacked about, or you want to show a couple things?
Let me. I'll jump in. I'll show
Okay.
a few things. Okay, so do you remember back in like 87, 88, Mattel came out with a set called Mad Scientist.
Yes. Yes, I
Okay.
do. I remember the commercials for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I found on eBay for a crazy cheap price. I was the only bid, and I was like, okay, I can't see everything in this picture, but I'm gonna take a chance for $55. So I got it, and not only did it come in the box, but it came complete, 100% complete. It was just covered
Wow.
in like old goo, right? Like they'd left it.
Oh,
So I had to
right. Yeah.
clean it completely off, but once I did, it was 100% perfect. It was gorgeous. So
So,
it
yeah,
came,
Mad Scientist, this was like This was like a lot of like Play-Doh and He-Man slime type of stuff, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
So I got the Mad Scientist Monster Lab, the one that like eats all the flesh off of you. You fill it, right? So it
Yeah.
was it's super cool, but it came with like still like all the packets, like except for one. Like they only used it once and then put it in the box and forgot about it. And so but not only did it come with a complete Monster Lab, it came with a bunch of extras that I was like,
Oh
holy crap, I
wow.
did not know I was getting these. So it came with another Mad Scientist set called Dissect an Alien,
Oh, cool, dude.
complete with the pad, like the knife, all that other stuff. Um, and it came with all of the containers, right? The containers were obviously filled with dried, crusty stuff. But
Yeah.
I cleaned all of that out. And then I was like, well, how am I going to replace this? And so I figured it out. The dollar store, the dollar store has got cheap,
Um,
super cheap slime. And like, it's like the stuff mixed between Play-Doh and the slime where its consistency is a little bit better. So they had something called back there in for mad scientists called living ice.
uh-huh.
And so I found this stuff that's like exactly like it.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, not only now do I have the containers, but I have the crap that went inside the containers. That's cool.
Yeah, crap. That's a good descriptor for it. Yeah.
But then it also came with a bunch of like little whatever these things are called, the molds. So you can
Uh-huh.
make like different little monsters.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
that's what I remember.
yep, and then yeah, oh yeah, it's really cool. No, but it also came with all the paperwork, all the posters, like everything. It was a complete set of three things. It was really, really cool. But so I was jazzed about that because not just the price, but I got all those extras with it. So I was like super happy.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's awesome, dude. Like just to get a complete set these days, we don't
It's
even
way more
really,
than $55.
yeah, we don't see that very often either when we hit the inland Northwest or any of our other local haunts. It's
No.
not something I recall seeing at any of the toy shows around here that I've been to, even though, if you don't like Funko Pops or Star Wars, then you don't really have a reason to
Or
go.
Hot Wheels
But,
for some reason.
oh yeah, yeah, those two. Yeah. So that's
Okay.
that's awesome. What a score, man. I'm
Oh yeah,
happy for you.
totally. I was jazzed to get that one. Other people might not be, but man, I had that when I was a kid, and when I saw it, I was like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. All right. So, rounding out one of my Star Wars, another thing to add to my vintage Star Wars, getting closer and closer to getting it done, was a complete Dewback.
Ah, great. What was the story again on this one?
So normally when you find the Dewback, he might have the saddle, but the rubber that is very like brittle, very, very
Yeah,
brittle.
yeah,
So the straps will break, but the biggest thing that's usually broken is the harness that goes around his neck and has the I don't know what that's called, the reins. So
yeah.
the problem is with this one, the reins are broken, but they're complete. So if you just shove them in under the harness, it looks like it's supposed to look. And
Right.
there you go. So he was another one that I found for bidding that nobody was bidding on, and I put the low bid on and got it. So yeah,
Hey,
super
that
happy about that.
sometimes it works that way.
Okay, here's a good one. Shockwave.
Oh yeah, dude, that figure rocks. Like
He's really
that's
good.
one of the ones I walk by every time and I'm like, "Oh man, I
No,
don't
you know why
collect the."
he looks really good next to Alley Viper because they gave him this riot shield, which the
Yeah.
original figure didn't have.
No, he didn't, but also he's like totally loaded out with all kinds of cool little things that kit the weapons out
He's
and
got two holstered Uzis.
yeah, oh man.
Okay, I got three more to show.
Okay.
I got enough time. Okay, so this one came from Never Enough Toys. Oh man, I shut it. Darn it. I was hoping to not. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, um, you remember this line called Army Gear.
I do. Yes. Yep.
Okay. So this is the canteen part of it
Yeah.
that turns into an aircraft carrier. And I've been looking for these for the last couple of months, and I've been finding them in various states of completeness, right? Or have the jet broken or tabs are broken.
Yeah, complete is a real generous word with these sets. You never, all the stuff was so small, you never find this stuff complete.
Well, this one is complete, 100% complete, and I verified that
Wow.
on different pictures with different sets, and it came with the jet still in really perfect condition with all of his wonderful, beautiful stickers, and comes apart like it has a fake canteen in there so you can fill it with
Yeah,
water and pretend,
yeah, that
you
was
know.
the gimmick, right? Like it
Yeah,
was somewhat usable role play gear that opened up with a bunch of little tiny army soldiers and equipment. Yeah.
yeah. So, there's the other side for building the
Wow.
aircraft carrier, has all the little guns, the flags, the people are in the plastic bag. So yeah, this one is 100% complete. Um, so finding this online is like for prices I didn't want to pay. But I found this at Never Enough Toys, $20 right out the door.
Dude, you gotta be shitting me.
Nope, $20.
You know, that guy is more than fair on the
Absolutely.
pricing.
He had
His
another
shop
set,
is
the
terrific. Yeah.
flashlight set that I was thinking about grabbing, but I passed that one up because I was like, well, I got this one. Oh, and I found a scooter, a GoBots replacement
Oh,
because I bought you one,
yeah,
and
you got
I
that
was
one
like, well,
for
I don't
me.
have one, so I need to get one. So I found a scooter there.
Yeah, being unselfish, which is not how I was with my Casey Jones, but we've rectified that. Yes.
Okay, two more, and then I'll pass it back off to you. So one of them has been a long time coming because I admired yours from afar for such a long time, and finally did not pass up the
Oh,
opportunity
yeah.
to grab Siege Jetfire, which is probably the best Jetfire I've ever seen.
Oh, it 100% is. And then when you get it in your hands, it's even better than when you see it in the pictures. This is, I would argue, almost probably one of the best, like, Neo G1 toys that they've ever made.
He's gorgeous. I absolutely love how big he is. He's. I mean, I had the Thrilling 30. I've had the two knockoffs. I bought the one that was the Macross one that was just recently issued for the old style Jetfire.
Yeah.
And this guy, he just literally head and shoulders above all the rest of them. He's huge.
Yeah, and I feel like the scale is appropriate with the other figures. Actually, he's probably a little bit smaller than the cartoons at points. You know, we had some scaling things there, but no, you're 100% right. I'm so glad that you were able to get one when they had the news that that was being reissued, and then they reissued Fortress Maximus.
hmm
It just gave everybody who didn't get one a chance to have it.
Well, I had to
So,
grab it because you never know when's the last time Hasbro's going to not release them again, right?
oh yeah, yeah, yep,
And then
100%.
Legacy
Oh
Soundwave. He actually turns
yeah,
into a raid into the tape player,
yeah,
not the
yeah.
weird spaceship.
That's the latest one, right?
It is the latest one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a great figure. Everything going back to G1 until they do Studio Series 86 and find some way to.
If they do a Studio Series 86 Soundwave, oh my God. He's like, you know how you have to have Duke and Sergeant Slaughter? Like I have to have Soundwave.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. Very cool figure.
All right, you get 2 minutes. 2 minutes left. That
Oh,
was all I
two
got.
minutes. Okay. Here's my Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime.
Oh, he's
There,
gorgeous.
there are many like it, but this one is mine. Um,
Mm,
Special thanks to Toy Roundup. They got an advance shipment of them and held one for me. It was incredibly cool of them to do that.
wow.
Uh, I have not
He's so good
transformed him into a
looking.
truck, but yeah, yeah, good head sculpt. Proportions are very cartoon-like. Colors are very appropriate. Laser rifle looks cool.
What's his back? Is that where the most of the kibble is?
Yeah, I mean, here's our
They tried.
compromise.
They tried.
Yeah, so there's our compromise going into the figure. It's not too bad. Um,
Mm-mm.
from the front, you don't really see it, which is, that's how I display my figure. So, incredibly glad to have that.
Wow. He's gorgeous.
Really, Toy Roundup super supportive of the community. Um, Now, Jared got a very cool one of these, but this one's cool too. And his is a different brand, but
Oh,
eh,
wow. I could not be any more jealous.
that is the 18-inch NECA 89 movie Batman.
Oh, wow.
He is
Look at
very
that cape.
large. He's very heavy. The cape has all these like pleats and stuff on it. Fully articulated as a regular action figure.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
Great head sculpt. Toy Roundup again. Thank you very much for that. Um, Super running out of time. I have accessories for him, but it's just hands and a couple pieces of gear. This is my number one
Oh,
Bandai 48th VF1S. Finally got one. This one had a little bit of yellowing on it that I took off almost instantly in my peroxide vapor chamber. Um,
oh my goodness.
Way under half price for these. Gorgeous toy. It's amazing. It's a 12-inch scale VF1S Valkyrie. So
All right. All
happy
right.
to have that.
That's all the time we got. Bring us out, Steve.
Yeah. Hey, thanks. Thanks for having us share with you. You share with us. Doug's the Toyman 80s over there on Instagram.
Instagram.
Plastic Adventures Toy Community over on Facebook.